Some places do not exist to be found. They exist to be reached. The Hollow Vale was one of them. It did not appear on maps. It did not answer when spoken of. And yet, when the time came, the path revealed itself, narrow, inevitable, and already waiting. Each of them walked alone, guided not by memory, not by choice, but by something older than intention. With every step forward, the world began to thin. Color drained away, sound dulled. Even the weight of their own bodies felt uncertain, as though reality itself was growing tired of holding them. Between two jagged cliffs, sharp as broken teeth, the veil waited. Cold seeped deep into breath and bone. Mist clung low, whispering against their ankles, carrying voices that never quite formed words. Trees bent inward, watching, and above it all, the sky hung frozen, trapped between night and day, refusing both. Amira was the first to arrive. She stood at the threshold, lantern trembling in her grasp, its flame pale, reluctant, afraid to live in this place. She had followed the last breath of the whispering tree, through forests that no longer remembered her name. Fear pounded in her chest, but the veil did not feel like a threat. It felt like an answer. Then the mist shifted, and Mireya stepped forward. Fog clung to her coat, visions still echoing behind her eyes. When she saw Amira, she stopped, recognition striking like a wound reopening. Not memory, not familiarity, something deeper. "I've seen you," her voice whispered, as though the words themselves might break if spoken aloud. Before the moment could settle, footsteps echoed from behind. Elias emerged. His hair, once dark, had turned white, as if time itself had reached out and touched him. His eyes avoided reflections by instinct, as though mirrors might still be watching. "I thought you were only in the glass," he murmured. "I thought they were lying." The mist stirred again. Arin arrived last. The mist recoiled from him, uneasy. In his hands, a torn book from the midnight library shuddered, pages fluttering despite the still air. "You're real," he breathed. "The books never said what you'd look like." 4 strangers stood together, bound by curses they did not choose, and paths they never meant to walk. The veil tightened around them. Then the mist parted. He stood waiting, the keeper, tall, still, cloaked in shadow that bent toward him like gravity. His voice was soft, yet it carried through the veil like distant thunder. "You have come," he said. "The seal weakens, and only you may mend it or let it break." Before questions could take shape, the ground screamed. Stone tore apart. A black chasm yawned open beneath them, deeper than sight, vomiting whispers, millions of voices layered in agony and longing. Shapes clawed upward from the dark, desperate to escape what should never have been freed. "The hollowing," the keeper said calmly, "once bound, now stirring." He gestured, and truth unfolded. The mirrors, the tree, the whispers, the endless shelves, not curses, fragments. Elias staggered back. "I escaped," he said. "I left it behind." The keeper tilted his hood. "You never escaped," he replied. "None of you did." The veil answered. Faces pressed through the fog, calling Elias by name. Dead roots behind Amira pulsed with sick light. Shadows peeled from Mireya's visions, circling hungrily. And Arin's book burst open, pages shrieking into the air. The hollowing knew them. It had marked them. The keeper stepped aside, revealing the widening rift. "The question is not whether you can resist it," he said, his voice steady, unmoved. "The question is, will you choose to?" The ground shook. Stones fell endlessly into darkness. 4 hearts raced as one. For the first time, their paths had truly crossed, and at last they understood. This was no meeting of chance. This was the moment everything began to break.